welcome to Wednesday Night Whispers. I am Latasha Scurry. Okay, I forgot about that part. I totally forgot about that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday Night Whispers. I am Latasha Scurry, your domesticated diva, and your host with the mostest tonight. I have a special guest, Miss Shannon Thigpen. She is a wellness mentor and fitness trainer. Ladies, when you see this young lady, you are going to be inspired because you're going to have to guess her age. She looks fabulous, okay? And she's here to give us some motivational tips on how we can look just as great as she does and get to moving. May is Physical Fitness and Sports Month, so let's get with Miss Thigpen right now so she can tell us how we can do this. Hello, Miss Thigpen. How are you tonight?
Hey, Natasha, I'm doing great. Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Awesome. Hey, listen, you are an inspiration to us. At the end, I want people to try to guess how old you are, because right now you look fabulous, darling, okay?
Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
So I'm here tonight. This is special for me because I have always loved to be fit, and due to some medical issues, I've had a little setback, but you're here to motivate me again. And just in the time that I've been talking to you, I'm ready to go. So, but tell us, I'm gonna have to start with the wellness mentor. Tell me a little bit about that, because I'm unsure, and I'm sure there are a lot of other people unsure about that.
Okay, well, thank you. That's a great question. I am a wellness mentor because, well, you're asking people to guess how old I am, but I've lived for a bit, right? Okay. I had a career before I was in wellness, and I really got away from being healthy and whole. Mm-hmm. And because I have lived a while, because I have been through some stuff, because I have been married 33 years, I have 3 adult children, and I've been in fitness for 22 years, that part is part of why. So I'm kind of I'm giving away in part how old I am. But as I got into wellness, mm-hmm. I became first a fitness instructor, right? And that was over 20 years ago. And then I became a yoga instructor. Okay. And what I was finding is that people were, even those that were coming to the gym every day or every other day, many of them were unhappy, were not seeing results. I mean, some people 20 years exercising and look exactly the same, you know? And yes. Then I also have a spiritual church community. And so a lot of my church family and my family, you know, they're very spiritual, love the Lord, going to heaven when they die, but they are unhealthy, right? Mm-hmm. So what I have discovered is that we can be fit and still be unhealthy. Yes. We can be, you know, have that relationship with the Lord and still be unhealthy. We need to be healthy and whole, mind, body, and soul. So all of those things together is why I'm, you know, a mentor, because it's not for me just about fitness. It's not just about nutrition. It's about putting it all together: mindset, meals, and movement. And, yeah, that's what it's about for me.
Okay. And so we know the fitness part. Tell us, how did you get started in this? Why? That's the big question. Why?
That's another great question, Natasha. And honestly, I had gotten so far away from what I believe was where I was supposed to be. I was very unhealthy. And early on, it wasn't even like I made it through high school into sports. By the time I was in high school, I was smoking cigarettes. I was a mess. And, just there were a lot of good things in my life growing up, and then there were a lot of bad influences in my life growing up. And so I just derailed in some ways. God kept me. And so I was able to graduate, go on, get a degree, and get a great job and all this. But mentally, emotionally, I just had a lot to work through. And it wasn't until I was having my kids, and then even after I had my kids, that I really got back on track with my own health and care and self-care. So that pretty much started the journey for me.
So you can derail and get back on track.
Absolutely.
And that's what people think. They can't. Once they jumped off the track, it's over, it's over, it's over. So you just got to have a focus, and you got to, if I'm hearing you correctly, you have to want to do it.
You have to want to do it for sure. And if you want to, you can. I mean, one of the groups that I work with are seniors. I work a lot with seniors, and some have never exercised before, not really, and never been in a gym or anything like that. And I do a lot of virtual training, a lot teach virtual classes. And of course, with COVID, I mean, 70 and 80-year-olds, they know how to use Zoom now.
Yes.
Exercise, they're doing their thing. So some of my students are in their 70s, 80s. So yeah, it's not too late. It's not over until it's over, Natasha.
Yeah, I know it. I seen you zip lining, climbing trees.
One time I was zip lining, but I do like to. I like to try new things. My husband and I, we really do like to try new things.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, she climbed trees. Okay.
Yeah. If I see a good tree, yeah, I sure will. I'll climb it.
I saw that. I'm not climbing trees just yet. Not just yet. But who inspired you? Was it just something you woke up one day and said, I need to do this for me? Or was there someone or someones that inspired you to do this?
Oh, wow. That's another good question. I have always look to people that I know, and even people that I don't know, famous people, to gather inspiration from. But I have to tell you that I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Okay.
So that was my motivation to live healthy and whole, and not just exist, but to enjoy life, what I was doing every day, waking up and being grateful for it, and just having a better, healthier state of mind. So I can't say that one person motivated me, but I'm motivated by a lot of different people, young people, old people, people that aren't here anymore, our ancestors. I was motivated by a lot of different people. I can't tell you just one person that motivated me.
So one of the things that I want to clarify for anyone who's watching or who wants to share this with anybody, everybody always says, oh, I have to start on a specific day, or I have to have a plan, or everything has to be right in place. If we wait on this, we probably may never do it. Am I correct?
You're right. You are so right. There is no perfect time, but timing is everything. So the perfect time is when you're right. Like for me, it was being sick and tired of being sick and tired. It was that day. I remember being in a state where is the day, where is the day. No, not today. But I started with my mindset. It's not today, but I am going to do it. So even starting, it starts in your mind. So even starting to think and see yourself doing differently, even if it's not today, that is the beginning of change. That is the beginning of a new.
We have to work on our mind, but why is fitness so important?
Oh my gosh. If we want to be able to stand, take care of our children and our grandchildren, if we want to not be a burden as best we can for as long as we can for our children, then those are just some of the reasons that we want to physically take care of our bodies. And I am a believer, so God told us that this is where what he gave us to house our soul. So we're supposed to take care of our bodies. God tells us this is the only body that we have. We're not getting another one. So a lot of people are spending a lot of their time and energy to accumulate wealth, right? Mm-hmm. And then they spend their wealth trying to get back their health. Mm-hmm. So it's financially, I mean, it costs a lot of money to be sick. A lot.
It does.
So there's so many reasons why we want to be sick.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody knows me. Who knows me? Who doesn't know me? I had breast cancer, and I was sharing with you that the chemo gave me arthritis all through my body. And a lot of people don't know it because I try not to show it. They don't see me at night when I'm laying down and my husband's going, "What's wrong?" I said, "It just hurts. It just hurts." And I wake up the next morning and I start all over again, but I start here with a smile. Because if I don't tell myself that I can do it, then I'm going to lay on that pain and that's it. And it's so bad to the point where I emailed my family group and said, "Hey guys, I just need prayer that this back pain goes away. I don't know if surgery is going to take care of everything, but I need my prayer warriors right now. Just make the back pain and God hear that I need this back pain to go away." And also, one of my motivators who is not here anymore, my mom woke up one morning and she told me, she said, "I looked in the mirror and I saw me weighing 189 pounds. And she said, that's the biggest I had ever been without being pregnant." And she said, "I didn't like it." And my mom lost 50 pounds and before she passed away, and she had kept it off. And I said, "Mom, what are you doing?" And I went with her one day when I saw her dropping the weight. She said, "Well, first of all, she said, I love food." And my mom was a fantastic cook, fabulous. But that soul food, that rich stuff. Mm-hmm. She said, "I am not giving up one morsel of food that I love to eat." Okay. But she was on 11 drugs for all the health issues she had. And she said, "I love to eat." She started eating from a saucer. And she said, "No more big plates." She ate from a saucer, portion control, same food. She said, "Instead of getting a piece of cake like that, I get a piece of cake like this because I just need to have that taste in my mouth." But she walked 6 days a week. And I'm not talking about this leisurely thing where you're having a conversation with somebody. And she walked with my sister-in-law's mother. These old ladies, I couldn't keep up. I was like, "What are we doing?" I was in a jog, and they weren't even breaking a huff or a puff because they were walking and they had been doing it for so long. They were used to it. And I'm like jogging, trying to keep up with these two old ladies, and they're talking and they're not. I mean, they were sweating, but they weren't huffing and puffing. I'm like, okay, we got to do something. But when I saw my mom lose 50 pounds and kept it off, she walked 6 days a week. She said, "The only day I'm not walking is on Sunday because I'm taking my little behind to church." Okay. 6 days a week, lost the 50 pounds, kept it off. Ladies and gentlemen, it can be done, and it can still be done. And what the testimony in this story is, she went from 11 drugs to for just changing how much she ate and exercising 6 days a week, her becoming healthier actually became healthier. So we can do it. We just have to get off our duff and stop waiting for the perfect day. Stop waiting for the New Year's resolution. Stop waiting for, because if I wait for the perfect day, it'll never come. No. I have arthritis in both hips. I've had a hip replacement. I have arthritis in my back. I'm trying to get that straightened out, but I'm still exercising because I don't want to look in the mirror anymore. And anybody who wants to say it's vanity, yes, it's vanity. I don't like what I see, and I'm not saying this. I'm saying this, okay? And if taking care of this and this improves my health, I have to do it. I have to do it. We pay an awful lot in all this medical insurance and all of this. I would like to stop going to the doctor and go on a vacation. I would like to stop going to the doctor so I can find wherever the rock lives, okay? And say, hey, how you doing? Here I am, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. I like to know, so ain't nobody need to run and tell him anything. He already knows. But Miss Thigpen, getting back to what you said, and I want everyone to guess. Go ahead and drop in the comment box. How old do you think she is? Just go ahead. Go ahead. Just take a little guess.
Do the math.
Take a little guess. Let's play a little game here. Let's play a little game. I want to see if you're watching. Throw me some numbers out there and see how old you think she is. Let's see how close you are. I might even have a prize for you and send you something in the mail. Come on, people. I see you watching. I see y'all watching. So go ahead and drop me some numbers. And I don't want you to drop me some numbers after she tells you how old she is. So, are you ready? Y'all ready? Miss Thigpen, tell them how old you are.
Oh, I wish I was looking. I pray that I look like this at 66. So thank you. I pray that I look like this at 66. No, I'm 59. I'll be 60 in December. Yeah. So, I pray that at 66 I look good, feel good as best I can.
All right. So whoever this Facebook user is, show me your name because you're right on point. Show me your name and I might have a little prize. I'll get with you later and I will send you something in the mail because we really and truly have to take care of ourselves and make sure that we are. It's not, like she said, it's not just our bodies, it's our minds as well. Am I correct, Ms. Thigpen?
Absolutely. Minds, meals, and I know we kind of skimmed over the meal part. Meals is important too, and movement and moving our bodies for sure.
Tell them what journey you just set on with the meals.
Well, when you said vegan, I'm not advocating that for everyone because I don't necessarily feel it's for everyone. But I am plant-based. I've been plant-based for 2 years.
Okay.
What I do advocate that everyone does is eat more fruit and vegetables.
Okay.
Eat less meat and less dairy. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily give it up, but less. And the reason I went on that journey. We in our family have hypertension. Okay. So to be even 55, 56, for me not to have hypertension was a big deal because in my family, you could be in your 30s and 40s and you already have high blood pressure. Yeah. And so I guess through menopause and my age, and like I said, genetically, that just runs in our family. I was diagnosed at 57 with hypertension, and I was put on a blood pressure medication, and it regulated my blood pressure for about a year, and then it wasn't working anymore. So I saw in my future from then on, they were increasing increasing the dose, changing the dose, and I was going to be on that whole wheel. So I thought, well, what can I do? I was already eating basically chicken and fish, and all this has been a journey, just, not eating pork and red meat and going for chicken and fish. And then I decided, let me try not eating meat at all or dairy at all. And it regulated my blood pressure. That's what worked for me. And so my clients, again, I don't say go plant-based, because you could be a very unhealthy vegan.
Right.
Very unhealthy vegan.
Okay.
And it's a huge market right now. People are making a lot of money and trying to, genetically make things taste good. And so you could be totally, Oreos, cookies are vegan. I mean, you can be very unhealthy. But I do promote and encourage you to eat. And vegetables, you can eat as many as you want. You can't. So you know how you're talking about that small plate? Mm-hmm. You don't need a small plate if you're eating a bunch of vegetables and they're prepared in the right way. So it is a big hurdle for some of us to get past how we're used to things being prepared, how much sodium we're used to having in our food, how sweet we're used to having things. And I don't know. I just think if we consider, do we want to be healthy or do we want to eat that thing? And some people decide, or at least that's what they say. I want to eat, because if I'm not eating these things that I love, and you can still eat them just in moderation, like you were saying. If I don't eat those things, then what the heck? Why am I here if I can't enjoy it? Life is no good if I can't eat as much cake as I want. I don't know where we're getting that. That's the kind of mindset I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. And then everybody has to change my mindset, because the one thing that I was against, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's been like 7 years since I picked up anything that looked like water, because I just didn't like, I don't like the non-taste. So, and then my doctor is always yelling at me. And so I just said to myself, enough is enough. And I'm drinking more water, and I'm here with this one bottle for the show, but I actually bought a gallon container, and I started Monday. Yay, scary, drinking water. Oh, I don't like it. I'm at work, and I'll find every excuse not to use it, because I got to run to the bathroom. I shouldn't be drinking all this water. I got to go to the bathroom.
Use that one, yeah.
But you know what? I can honestly say I feel better in just the 3 days, because I really, truly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would take my medicine with coffee. I would take my medicine with yogurt. I would put my medicine in a spoonful of yogurt and put Coke. I know, whatever I could to get it down, because I did not want to drink water. And my doctor yelled at me, and he told me, I won't even do the nerve blocker in your back if you're not hydrated. So just last month, to get the nerve blocker, I had to hydrate for a week just for him to give it to me. And now I'm like, okay, once I realized I felt better because I was drinking water.
You don't feel better. I just put lemon in here. I know you're like, oh, I do not want to put sugar, but you can get used to water, put lemon, oranges, other fruit, grapes, stuff like that in your water to flavor it a little bit. Some of the benefits of just drinking water: decrease urinary tract infection, decrease headaches, moisturizes your skin, moisturizes your eyes, your hair, gives you more energy, decreases blood pressure, helps with foggy brain, because your brain needs water as well. It detoxes, it gets rid of toxins in your body. There are so many benefits to drinking H2O. So that's I have this acronym. It's called RADIANT, because I believe we were all meant to shine. So those three things: movement, meals, and mindset. there's 7 things in the acronym RADIANT that we need, and one of them is water. In RADIANT, it is rest. You need to rest. Activity awareness. We need to be aware of what it is we are doing, like stay woke. And I could talk forever about activity awareness. Our diet or nutrition, we talked about that. Introspection, which is prayer and meditation, also extremely important. And then the A is agua, is the water, the hydration. N is note-taking, which is journaling. We need to write things down just to be organized, use a calendar or gratitude. Just writing things down is very important. And then T is the training, and that is the movement, physical fitness training, that type of thing.
So when I post this and finish posting this on live, Miss Thigpen, would you please go over and in the comments put what radiant, because I think people need to see that. Even if you didn't see the show, I am going to start adapting that. The R was a problem for me and still is a problem for me. The rest, since I can remember, I've only needed 4 hours of sleep. So I went to the doctor and I got a sleep study done, because I went to the doctor years ago and I said, listen, I'm only getting 4 hours of sleep a night. This is something wrong. He said, yeah, that is wrong. And so I had the sleep study done. I got there at 11:15 like I was supposed to. They put all the monitors and everything on. At 11:45, I fell asleep. 3:45, my eyes popped open in the morning. He said, good God, girl, 4 hours. I literally wake up. I don't care what time of day or night I go to sleep. My body wakes me up at 4 hours. It's like its own personal alarm clock. I've tried. The only time that I've gotten more than 4 hours is when I was actually going through chemo, and my doctor gave me something that put me out. But when I woke up, I felt like a semi had run over me.
Right.
Because it's more sleep than I normally get. And that happens to me now. And that doctor told me in the sleep study, he said, it's what your body's okay. I've gone through the right amount of whatever the realms or whatever it is. I don't remember. It's been years.
Rested, 4 hours is very unusual. And I don't think that will last forever.
And that's what he said. He said, when you get older, sweetie pie, he said, that is very bad for you. He says, that may be all you need. But yes, he said, that's so unhealthy and I can't shake it. Ask my husband.
This is what I'm going to tell you. Some of that is probably hormonal, some of it. Some of it is because you're not exercising. Some of it is because you're not eating as healthy. I'm not saying that.
No. I'm okay with what you're saying.
The things that it all feeds into each other. So but whatever exercise, like if you lift weights, say you're trying to tone, and you don't give your body proper rest, then you won't tone. Your body, the muscle needs for you to rest in order for it to get stronger. Part of the breakdown is the rest and recovery. So that's just with a muscle, right? So you're not supposed to like max out weightlifting 7 days a week, because you need to recover, you need to rest. In the same way, our body needs to recover. For us to be as sharp as we need to be, and do as much as we are trying to do and stay healthy, not be sick. So one of the things, and because I'm not 4 hours, but I was probably, and I'm a very early riser, but I'm getting closer to 7 hours sleep. But I wake up every night at 3 or 4 in the morning. I meditate. I sit up most nights. I sit up in my bed and I go into a meditation for about 30, 45 minutes, and then I fall back to sleep so good. And I sleep to 6, 7 o'clock, about 6:30 in the morning. And so I'm being productive, but not by getting on my phone and doing work. I am taking care of my body and my mind.
Are you using an app, or are you just thinking? Have you created a routine? How does one wake up and do that?
Yeah, that's a good question. A lot of times I am using a meditation app. There's one gentleman that I like. His name is Dispenza. So I'll use some of his meditation work. And then other times I have a practice of different things that I will meditate on. So what I'm trying to, and this takes practice, just like building a muscle or just like getting used to drinking water, it takes consistency to do it. Meditation takes consistency. So it might be 5 minutes that you start out with. I've been meditating now for years. So what I'm trying to do when I meditate a lot of times is just quiet my mind and think about nothing. Think about nothing. No place, no time, nothing. So sometimes that's my meditation. And once I'm able to quiet, and so it's almost like training a puppy or something. You have to, of course, your mind wanders, and then you have to bring it back to, a state of peace or rest. Other times I'll meditate on gratitude, like just what I'm being, just focusing on breathing and what I have to be grateful for. Sometimes I meditate. Our hormones are called chakras in the yoga language. And so I'll meditate on different parts of my body.
Okay.
So it's just anything that I'm going to focus on, that I'm bringing peace. And I get a thought and match a thought with an emotion. And that's basically what I do with an elevated emotion, though. A thought with peace or love or, just being in that state,
Okay.
Yeah. That kind of probably felt out there. Did that feel like woo out there?
No, not to me. No. Because this would probably work for me, because when I wake up, my brain immediately goes to some doggone to-do list.
Right.
And it's cluttered with all the things I have to do for today. If I can just clear my mind, I probably could sleep better.
Right.
But
it's very hard to do. Do you sleep with your phone by you?
No.
You don't have your phone by you?
It's on the nightstand, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm one of these people. I hate the phone. I know, because I have to use it for work.
Okay.
I prefer not to have a phone if I could. My husband's like, yeah, answer my call. It's not that I'm ignoring you, baby. I really hate this thing.
Okay. All right. So you're not waking up and then immediately going to work.
I do sometime, and that's the problem. But I'll take out the tablet, not the phone. I'll take out the tablet, and then I don't want to do this right now. But then I'll pull it back over. I go into this push and pull fight with, I just need to do this. And being an administrator in a school, you got one more referral, or you have an email that you need to send to a parent, to a teacher, and then there's a grocery list you have to do at Walmart. Even though you do Walmart pickup, you still gotta add one more thing, or you know what I'm saying? You just have all this stuff in your mind.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
When you wake up, set an alarm. In fact, like I have an old-fashioned battery alarm, right? So I'm not even turning on electronical stuff, right? It has a light on it, so I could set a timer. Set your timer for 10 minutes maybe. And in that 10 minutes, you cannot do anything. Anytime your mind goes to your to-do list, bring it back to just peace and rest and quiet. And I mean, during that 10 minutes, you may every 30 seconds have to bring your mind back, because it's going to be you training yourself to rest your brain. And the purpose of setting a timer is because once you've set it, you know that time is going to be up. Like, you don't have to worry, okay, when is it 10 minutes yet? Is it 10 minutes? Oh, I need to do, no.
So don't do this, because we'll probably be prone to go onto some app or do something. Is that what you're suggesting?
I think so. I think for most of us now, we're addicted to, that's like a crack. We're addicted to that.
All the time.
I am. So that's why I've intentionally made it so I don't even have it I have it plugged in the wall in another room now. I don't even put it in the bedroom with me, right? And
y'all hear this? Get rid of this crack stuff.
Right, it's in another room. Now, trust me, after I've done my meditation and I get up, the first thing I do is go to my box. But I've at least spent that time healing and preparing. And it just, I can't even explain the feeling that you have when you give yourself that time. It's almost spending, it is spending time with God, right? But not asking him for anything, not talking, not complaining. It's just being healed. It's just being healed.
Right. And another thing is, if you really want, and I'm talking to all of our listeners from a global standpoint, if we want to improve this world, we have got to go talk to our young people. Get them away from this thing. They have become so immersed in themselves that they don't see anybody else. They don't know how to communicate with people. And being in education, I see it so much that when you're in a classroom and you have to fight with them to get to teach them to get rid of this thing, we have a problem. Now everybody goes, yes, let's just incorporate this so that they want to learn. But who's watching to make sure they're learning what you told them to? Because most of the time they're trying to get to not Facebook, because Facebook is for old people. They're trying to get to Instagram. They're trying to get to Snapchat, and they are 100% not trying to do the assignment that you are, unless they have integrity themselves. And that's a word I'm trying to teach these kids. Do what you're supposed to do when nobody's even listening, watching, whatever. That's integrity. And a lot of our kids don't have integrity. A lot of adults don't have integrity. They give up on everything so quickly. If it's not about them, and I'm not on my soapbox preaching about that, but what I'm saying is, if we can get rid of the cell phone for 10 minutes and get into ourselves, and yes, I have an Android for all y'all iPhone users out there, because I think y'all iPhone is selfish. That's what that I stands for. It's selfish. I. Anyway, I'm off the soapbox. So, but really, no, just seriously, that 10 minutes of meditation, I'm going to start that tonight. If I wake up in the middle of the night, like I normally do, I'm going to try this. I'm really going to try this. And I will come back to this video and post what happens. Because for so long, you know what I do when I wake up? If I wake up, I'll go to bed at 11, wake up at 3. Oh, I'll go mop the kitchen floor. I'll go do something because I feel like I have to do that.
Like you were talking about your back is hurting. Like, so for that 10 minutes, it might be just focusing on love and healing of your spine, of your back, and just not feeling any pain. And of course, your mind will say, I feel pain. But then, I'm just, at peace and, things like that. So any of the viewers can do the same thing with their, whatever their situation is. And I really whole. I have everything I need. I am complete. Just speaking life.
And one of the things I had all of our administrators to do at school is, and not just administrators, even the clerks and everybody, I put everybody's picture up and I said, give these kids a one-line motivational quote. That's all I want, one line. And mine is, I am enough. And I want the kids to know that they are enough. Stop worrying about this person and that person. And literally those 3 words I want them to take with themselves. I am enough. I hear about people having breakdowns and stuff like that. I'll have one because I gotta clean. I have this thing about cleaning, and my husband like, just let it go. I'm like, no, you let it go. I don't want that speck of dirt over there. sometimes I just got to let it go. But I really want you to post that radiant and what you have come up with. Because another one that's so important is that note take. I have journals, and even when, guys, I think this what got me through with having 4 ding dong brothers growing up, and my dad always saying, you can't go anywhere because you're too young, you're too small, you're a girl, which none of those things I had control over. Okay, I would journal everything because I felt like Rapunzel without the hair. I'm locked in my bedroom. My daddy wouldn't let me go anywhere. So when I moved out, my mom found all my journals. Ooh, she found all the journals that I ever wrote from middle school to high school. And she came to me, not even, this is just how even keeled my mom was. She didn't come to me when she found them after she read all of them. She said to me one day after I had gotten married, she said, I didn't know you were going through all that stuff in school. I said, what are you talking about? She said, I read all your journals. I said, what journals? She said, all the ones you left up in the top closet. I said, you read those? She was like, yes. I was like, oh, Jesus, dear God. She said, you're grown now. But it's so important. I always buy my daughters a journal, and I go back 2 or 3 years later. Only the first 2 pages are filled out. They have got, and that's why our kids can't write more at school, because they don't put their thoughts on paper. Everything is in their head. Write it down, people, so that you can go back to it and just feel better about your growth, your own growth. And I truly believe in that. And I'm going to continue that. I have 2 journals right beside my bed. Nothing fancy about them. It's just right.
That's nice. And even one of the things I use for note taking is just my calendar. For me, I like using the electronic calendar. Google Calendar works for me, but just keeping track of things, like, you just got to have a way of keeping track of things. And like you said, journaling is so important, to put your feelings down on paper and stuff like that. But, to be organized, keeping track of important dates. And
it goes both ways, because I keep the calendar. But one of the things with the 2 journals that I have, one is a spiritual journal. So what comes up on my calendar, the electronic Bible, the verse of the day, I will take that verse of the day, just rewrite it, just for that day, just so that I can expound on it in my mind. And then I'll take out the other calendar, the other journal. My daughters don't know this, and I might have to go lock it up now somewhere. I journal about them because they're my prize. They're my possession. And not possession physically, but you know what I'm saying? I love them. And I write how I should work on our relationship and work better. It doesn't always pan out, but I write about it. And they give me joy, although they don't think they do. They do give me joy. So I write about those things that make me happy and God. That's it. So, Miss Thigpen, if you got one last thoughts that you can give to our people that are watching, our viewers, or if they can share this video with somebody else, what is the final thought you can give them to take away?
That we were all meant to shine, that you have greatness inside of you, that I believe in you, and that I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's why I do what I do, so that we can take care of ourselves. That's the only way that we can best take care of others. When you were talking about the children, they're looking at us. They're looking at the adults. And so we have to set the example for them. Right. We have to be that for them. Yeah. But that's it.
That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I am going to ask you to please share this video with whomever you think can benefit just growing mentally, physically, please share this video. Now, you're viewing right now, you might be viewing in my Facebook, I Am Strength. That's only for ladies. It's not for men. Sorry. So direct them to my Facebook, my YouTube page, which is Domesticated Diva, or my regular Facebook page, where anybody can watch, which is Latasha C. Scurry. And I want to thank my guest today because it is truly wonderful to see someone who has been doing this for years and can tell us that we are enough, that we should concentrate on ourselves, and that if it's we just take a day, pick a day. It doesn't have to be a special day. Meditate and just start exercising. The best way that you can is to help yourself. I really and truly appreciate everything you've said.
If anyone needs help too, or if you'd like help, I do complimentary consultations just to help, to give you some ideas of, okay, these are your goals and what you need to do for your next steps. So I do that. You can go to my website at shannonthigpen.com and find information there. And I'm also on Facebook. So if I can help you to get to your next step in your goals, I'd be happy to help.
Thank you, my special guests, for coming on and talking to me,
Natasha. It's been a good time. Thank you so much.
And hey, just do me one more favor before you go. When I close out, would you please go over to the I Am Strength page? I think you're already in there as a friend, and just put that radiant in there. I need people to know about that radiant. Okay,
I will do that.
And if you're not a friend over there and you haven't joined, a member, I will definitely send you an invite. Ladies, I Am Strength is just motivating each other. So please, if you have anybody you want to be a part of that, I give out some daily motivational quotes, just trying to encourage women to know that they are enough. We don't always have to depend on a man or our children. You can do it for you. Okay?
I love that, Natasha.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Anytime you want to come back, you have an email. Just anytime. Me. Hey, everybody, this is about the community, how we can make this world a better place. If you have anything that you really want discussed, just throw me a DM and I will try my best to find someone or topic or whatever, put it together. And I'm here every Wednesday night that I have a topic. Okay, so tonight, I just want to say thank you to my special guest, everybody. There you go. If you're watching, do it too. Okay, so it is Wednesday Night Whispers. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.